Hello, Володимир. I'm myself from Zaporizhia. We, Dnipro. Hi, neighbors. Okay, let's take a look. Please join us. You can just open Google, type in slido.com or just Slido, and then just type in NGL, and you will be able to join me for this word cloud. Oh, yeah. And I need to mention today with me, I'm not just myself here. You probably know we try a new thing. Victoria Kolesnik, who recently had the awesome webinar. Today with me, she is with you in the chat. So please look forward to her messages. She will be sending you useful links. Yes, that happened. Oh, I see a lot of already. And you can also type in several times your CT if you platform about it today. Yeah, and it will be a bit bigger, getting bigger and bigger. Hi, Ivana from Kyiv. Hi. Oh, Kanya. You see, Lviv, Odessa. Okay, Kristysha with that and Uman region. Okay. Okay. Hi, Dnipro. Oh. Hi. Hi, Kharkiv. Verdice, Dolina, Lviv. Okay, it's so interesting. You know, I'm like a small dog looking everywhere in the chat and here, and it's very cool dynamics happening. I hope you have like something cozy to drink today, yeah, and like an hour to spend with us. I hope this topic will be interesting to you. Today we will be talking about homework. And I need to mention that this topic wasn't just my favorite, but favorite of people who registered for previous webinar. You've chosen it. So you've chosen your destiny to listen today about homework. Let's start, yeah? I believe we are ready. Just a quick check for me. Now everyone is ready. Please don't leave the Slido. I have several questions for you. I will be asking them through the Slido and also obviously through the chat. So any theme that goes your direction, yeah? Okay, so topic is like that. Reconstructing homework. I believe that if something is good, we don't need to talk about demolishing it. We maybe need to take a look at its construction, yeah, and think how we can improve it, or maybe to add something to make it more responding to other needs and also to our hopes. So today we will be discussing this: why, where, and how we can reconstruct homework. And it's a pretty big topic. I know I'm touching something sometimes very general topics, but I've prepared some links for you about research. Just wait till the end of the webinar. We will send it to you. What to read more about homework, and then let's say we are starting today to talk about this topic, homework. I believe it's an interesting one. And we will continue other series about autonomous learning. I really want to emphasize that it's important to talk about it. Autonomous learning and also how we can help our students learn to learn. Yes? And we can't just omit homework. Is it necessary? Okay, I'm talking too much. I believe I'm showing you the same screen. It's not really interesting. Let's take a look at your certificates. You probably know if you've been to our webinars recently. If not, a big surprise for you, we have a new type of certificate. Now we make them unique. This is your name, with a number, and you see we write not only how many hours you've been with us. Sometimes we strive for more. And also we write EKTS credits, so you can just use it without consulting with your institution, as we provide not only certificate with unique number, but also we provide you a program. So we try to stick to the latest standard. And, I ask you this question, regulars, please help us. how many days you need to wait till your certificate will be created. Yeah? Please write it down in the chat for everyone to see. Wild guess is also cool. How many days you need to wait? 2, 3, oh, 7, 10. No, we cut it down. Okay, yeah, I see. Most of you know that it takes not to work, but less. Yes, obviously less. So we try to improve. Yes, if you do something often, you improve. Practice. We will be talking about homework, and I can say proudly, linguists learned our homework. That's why we decided that we can do it quicker for you, yeah, and for you never to lose it. So 2 working days, but I will tell you, it will be on Friday. Tomorrow we will be sending it to you. But if you see that on Monday you don't have any certificates from us, yeah, please contact me. Victoria will post my contacts at the end of the webinar, and I will send you a link. But you see, I believe in the chat we already have a link to certificates. It's there, they will appear. So please use that link. Maybe you can just enjoy the show of me creating certificates tomorrow. So please, I see regulars. Yes, thank you. Thank you for paying attention to what I'm telling you about certificates. And we try to improve. So homework is helpful. And obviously, we do some homework after webinars, and it's creating certificate. Yeah, and sometimes revising the topics. It's also interesting to do. Okay, our agenda for today, we will be talking about tasks. Obviously, it's task-related learning. That's why we will be talking about what happens beyond the classroom. Yeah? And we'll take a look at how to improve homework with gamification ideas. Small insight from me. Recently, Victoria and I have been to interesting series of webinars how to create a game. And I am really full of ideas how to use it for my everyday activities, and also some cool ideas I want to share with you. So I hope they have some teachers who are also candid players and really enjoy spending evening sometimes just playing games. But also I believe this element is something that our students need, no matter what age they have. And sometimes then I teach adults. I think that games, obviously here I need to include games, as it's the case that it helps to boost motivation quickly. It helps to model some ideas, so games are cool. We will try to pick up some ideas from games for homework too. And we will try to spark students' thirst for learning. And obviously I will be showing you the Spark platform. Victoria, please note this idea. We will check it. I will take a look and send it to you, okay? So, and after that, questions and answers. If you would have any, please. Oh, if you have any, you can also use it right now and type in some messages for me. Okay. So, I have homework for you. I believe I in the mood to model something with you today. And your homework after this webinar will be like that. You need to take only one. Try to take only one idea, only one thing from this session to your next lesson. Only one. Yeah. So not a lot. Don't take everything. Take one. Yeah. And right now you will be in this search. Yeah. I'm giving you a task. Listening with a purpose, let's say. Choose one thing that you will take to your class. But for that, I'm showing you your homework. Yeah. Note the idea. Sometimes it's a really good idea to show what you expect from your listeners, yeah, recipient, also your students. That what you want to hear from them and what you them to find in your speeches. Yeah. So obviously, I'm asking you only one thing, and at the end of the webinar, we will be checking what you have sorry, what you have picked up. Okay, let's go. Let's go for the types of out of class tasks. They have two types mainly. Yeah. Can you guess what two types we have for homework? The big one. So we have live session as a lesson, yeah, and we have tasks that we give our students as assignments. Can you guess two types? Just 12 guesses. It's just for me interesting to see that maybe we already have some common ground, and maybe I need to speak more about some ideas. So let's. Okay, oral or written, yeah, it's a good variant, yes, but not everything is okay. Let's say like that, passive and active, yeah. Make a photo. Oh, you're going for practice, yeah. I'm speaking more about general types. Bring the photo to describe. Okay, yes. I sometimes use TikToks. They enjoy it more. And it's still like what is happening in TikTok. Or some video, it's also good. Reading, writing, creative, supervise. Oh, yes, yeah. Also, it can be manual checking or automatic checking, yeah, and also grammar, photo. Oh, you comment with a lot of ideas about photos, I believe. Productive. Productive and receptive, obviously. Yeah, interactive sometimes also need to be included, and mediation, don't forget. We promote mediation right now too. Okay, funny reading, grammar, listening, comprehension. Okay, yeah, a lot of good ideas. I will show you one. Pre-class test. Yeah, before the class. Sometimes we do like that. Not only having a lesson that we give new information like classical type. Yeah. Presentation, practice, production, homework. It's for the drama, yeah. I don't know, emotion speaking today in me, so homework. But sometimes we do like that. We give bits of homework before the class, and then we discuss what we learned, what we found during the class. Yeah, it makes more our live session more interesting. And some, yes, flipped classroom, it's that. Yeah, it's like that. It's really, I'm not going diving deep here. What purposes? Let's indicate. It's important to indicate why we do it like that. It's not often I see pre-class tasks. So, and I can say myself, not always I give this task to my students. So it helps to prepare. Yeah, if teacher needs to prepare for a lesson, why students don't? Yeah? I sometimes give my students only word list and tell them to formalize this material that we're learning. It's helpful. They already see target language. They already can guess what topic it will be, and I believe it starts to form their thirst for learning what we will be speaking. They come sometimes more motivated, sometimes disheartened, but it will help you to promote new topics, or if you see that something is not working, maybe it's a good time to change it a bit, to try one or two tasks. Not every time, but to give it, and it will be providing you new insights about it. Yeah? Obviously, autonomous learning is what we try to achieve this homework. Not just doing it for the sake of doing. Yeah, learning how to make it quicker, how to improve it, make some self-reflection with it. Everything will be working if we give the precise homework that works to the autonomous learning. And also, if we have some pauses, like quiet time when everyone sit and read, or everyone sit and write, yeah, or everyone sit and listen for the first time. Yeah, I prefer listening to do listening with my students several times, like 2 or 3 times, different difficulty, different number of times. So the first time, it's okay to listen at home. Why not? The class task, listening. Why not? Students can do that, but also if you have pre-class, they have post one. And I believe it's something that called just homework. Yeah, most of it post up. Okay, what we do? We've given a lot of practice to our students during the live session, but it's now their time to try to do it themselves, free practice, yes? And they can summarize what we've learned. And they can analyze information that we provided during the live session, during our lesson. So it's really helpful. It gives you some insights. That's why I'm preparing some links for you to look at researchers. Just so that post-class, post-webinar task to look at some articles, yeah? But thanks God, you can do it yourself, and I wouldn't be just giving you marks for that. It's just up to you if you feel like learning more. And also extra practice, good? Yeah. Okay, next one. Once again, support autonomous learning. So we can't just meet homework. It's helpful. It's productive. It's a part of learning system, yeah? And it can boost motivation. It can boost quality of our skills, yeah? And we can do a lot of nice things. Yeah, grammar. Oh, wow, a lot of grammar. So, and then, no, obviously differently. You see, the more direct approach to autonomous learning would be post-class tasks. Why? As your students already seen similar tasks done during your live session, but prior practice before lesson, yeah, we give them ability to use their skills and to see where they lacking. Obviously, it's easy to learn when you see models, but it's good to learn also that you understand what is not enough in your skills, especially if it's autonomous learning. It's hard to read. Yeah, sometimes I ask my students, how long it took you to read this text? Oh, half an hour. Why? And then we quickly work through why. We need to improve reading skills. Yes, we need to find a good strategy. So obviously, it helps us indicate the problems quickly. We will see issues with autonomous learning. But post-class tasks, they polish what we've learned. Yes, and right now we have a lot of books that propose us a lot of strategies during the lessons. That's why we can just quickly use them and work. But if you stick only to post-class tasks, what's happening with autonomous learning? Sometimes students don't feel the thirst for that. They don't understand that they need to improve something. Yeah. Oh, yes, work. Also, next one, develop critical thinking skills. Yes, obviously, if we try to recall taxonomy of learning intentions, we will see that it's easier to give tasks that go for high register. We're talking about analyzing and evaluating and also creating. It's easier to give as post-class tasks. But I have such question. No ideal world for us. That's why we have both, and we can enjoy both or use both. Tell me which type is yours. Okay, I have such question. What type do you depend on, rely on? Tell me. Okay, post-class. You see, I've done it as pictures. If you want, you can do the same. Use emojis. Just type in. No, push emoji. Yeah. Okay, I see, I see no homework. I edited it as a joke, and thank you for using it. I believe it's important to emphasize that sometimes good lesson is lesson without homework. Yeah? And obviously, if you're talking about primary school, no variants there. Okay, post, work in groups, post. Okay, so I believe. A big surprise, boss. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, I enjoy Slido just because it's very easy to see ideas. Yeah, it visualizes for you, and it helps you to structure the opinions. That's why it's a really good idea to use during lessons too. Just a quick type in, and you can build into your any presentation, no matter what you use. If it's PowerPoint or Google presentations. So I see we have both, and I believe we agree here, as most of you typing in the chat box, and I see it's winning in our slide too. So no homework. Yeah, I believe it's most of a joke. It's hard not to give some homework, as then all the stress goes to teacher during the live session. Yes. We need to just omit big it's bundles. Let's call it like that. Bundles of information. Yeah. And you don't need to record. You just type in the Google Slider and just type in GL. You see, they have like a place there you can type in number, but you just need to type in GL. It's something that I've done today. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. How we can improve our work? There are a lot of good ideas, and right now, please pay attention that I'm speaking right now about classical one. We open our workbook, we see pages, and we need to deal with them. So let's take a look what we can do together. I've created it like that. Some advice, but some other parts for us to analyze it. Yeah. And I want you to pay attention that then I hide something from you, make it like a small secret. It's boost your first to learn a bit. What's behind? That's why sometimes it's good to do like that. Write down homework at the beginning of the lesson and hide it. Yeah. Or show the bit and open during your live session to see, for your students to see. Yeah? Even boring things can be interesting if you make it as a secret. Yeah, we know gossips. They work like that. It can be very boring gossip, but if it's hidden from us, it's like information that we want to receive. That's why we click a lot of YouTube videos. Yeah, it's interesting. It's secret. Okay, let's go for first advice. Use what that students can understand. Then we give our students homework. What we need to use? Instructions. Use instructions, obviously. Yes, language. Yes, clear instructions. We need to give explanation. Worse. No, you can show with your hands, but it would be hard, I believe. Okay, instructions, obviously instructions. But take a look. Simple language. Right now, we're speaking about mediation sphere. In our descriptors, we have such thing you need not only learn language, but you need to understand how you can communicate with other people. And one of the greatest skills that I've learned through my university years is that if you understand something, how to do it, you can make it simple, understandable for other people. Yes? So, simple language, it's helpful. It can be clear instructions. Yes? If you take a look at primary school, you will see very clear instructions, very short instructions. Yes, in most books we see clear instruction, but they need to be quick, they need to be catchy, and if you see some problems with that, try to clickbait them a bit, make them more funny, and it will be working. Yeah? But try to use simple words and to use simple language. If you enjoy to do it like me, add a lot of which, that, nothing will be working. It will be too hard to follow. But if you make short sentences, yeah, if you use next advice, it will be working for you. So, oh yeah, okay. Sorry, Sergey, for slide not working for you. I hope that you would enjoy our chat then. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, here. Thank you. Yeah. The next one would be show. We need to show. We need to model. Yeah. It will be here. Yeah. Explain how to. There is such phrase. Tell me how to do it, and maybe I will understand. Engage me in making it, and I will make it. Yeah, I will be able to make it. So it's that we need to model something for our students, no matter what age. It can be simple examples that we can show our students. Maybe your books already have them. You just need to voice these examples. But it's important, and especially. You see, if you want your students to do some homework, you need to pay attention. Have you done such exercises during your lesson? Have your students seen how you use strategies for reading, for listening, for speaking, if it's a group project? Yes? If it's project, have you included the pauses for your students to analyze what they are doing? It's very important. You need to show your students how to do it. Or one of the best ways is do similar during live session, during your class. But small modeling before giving the task also good. Next one, let's take a look. Here I have hidden two options for us. Write up homework where we need to write up the homework. Oh, obviously, visuals. Visuals need to be in advance. I don't know what to choose, on the board or in advance. I want both. I want both of them, as I believe they will be very good and working strategies for teachers. So, yes, on the board. It can be Jamboard. It can be chart. Yes, it can be any visual. But it needs to be written up. Why? As then we listen and we hear homework, it's already automatic process that we, yeah, I need to do it, but it's not necessary right now. That's why I will listen to only important parts that give me the most, the highest grade, yeah, the highest mark. But maybe I will say, oh, I forgotten. So then you write up. It's easier to follow. And especially if you're trying to write up something, you use simple language. It will help you to use it. Okay, next one, also about a place. What we need to do, we need to provide students with something about homework. It can be, yes, a copy or printed instructions. So try to prepare, and I believe it takes time. I know it's a time-consuming activities, but it's a really helpful one. Here we don't need quantity, we want quality of our work, and then we look at it. What we want, we want to give instructions to our students, and them to be able to make it, not to give them just random homework and expect them to learn from it. It's like throwing rocks at them, like I will give you something and I hope you will survive. No, we don't do like that. It's disrespectful to do these people like that, to teach them like that. What we want them to understand about homework, how to do it, ask questions about it if it's necessary. Look at it together if it's necessary. And also write up it as you designed it. Yeah, you design it for your homework task. That's why you ask it. I have more. Let's go quickly. So give students time to do what? What we need to do with our students to understand. Yes, and for understanding, one of the best ways is ask questions. Yes, obviously, ask questions and think. Obviously, if someone asking without thinking, it's like, you can ask anything. Why it's not summer today? Yeah, you can ask a lot of questions, but they are not really helpful for you. Then you do your homework. What about next one? We need to explain something to students. What? Output. Oh, okay. Yeah, outcomes. What do you expect? Yes, they need to demystify the results. Yes, but obviously the purpose. The purpose is necessary. As no one wants to do meaningless tasks. No one wants to do useless tasks just for the grades. Yeah, it gives you stress. Even if you do just to receive a mark, it still gives you a lot of stress. Just because you don't understand why you're doing it, you just feeling like you're powerless in this system of learning. No, and we want our students to be agents of learning, and that's why we explain to them, clear instructions, simple language. Why you do that? Why we read? Yes, why we listen? Why we write? Give them a reason. Not just say, oh, it will be helpful in your future life. Who knows? Yes, who knows? Give them something that they can see implemented in their life today, tomorrow, today, in the future. But don't expect them to remember this homework for the rest of their life. No, who knows? Just give them purpose right now. Yeah, something. It can be bits of something. Yes, and you can be honest. You can tell them, yes, it's the purpose, but you can also improve your grade. Yeah, it's okay. It's not a secret that we give marks sometimes to our students. Okay, next one. Write down. Yes. Here write down. I just want to emphasize one more time. A bit of time to write for you at the blackboard, and then for your students to write down it. It's okay. We need to give them this time. It's just a minute or two, but a quick question, like a reflection. What have you written down? Tell me what our homework. Yes, emphasize that it's our responsibility together, and we share this knowledge. So why not to speak about it? Yeah, and then the last one. For what more time? Yeah, to consider the task. And I want to emphasize that tasks can be different projects sometimes. Yes, it can be big tasks. It can take one day or several days to complete. Yeah. But I propose you the most ridiculous, but I still believe the most effective way. Give them, if you try 5 minutes to start working on the task. If you already started working on something, it's easier to complete. Then you open your workbook, you see everything has blank spots for you to write. It's stressful. If you see that you already done something there, it's easier to finish. And also, if it's project, give time for students to discuss. Yes, to brainstorm it together, maybe form study groups. Yes, they can help. They can discuss it. Maybe we will look for solutions or remind each other how to do it. So 5 minutes at the end of a lesson just to discuss it. And this is autonomous learning. We better to give them this time just to try and maybe ask us questions. Then we just ignore their needs and then proceed with giving them additional information. Additional information, good, but it's better that other learners will be autonomous. Okay, I have such question for you. What motivates, oh, sorry, Miss Palin, what motivates your students to complete homework, grades or practice? If it's both or neither, let's put it at the two. So please just give it a type. Okay, so practice or grades? Yeah. Okay, marks. Okay. Points, yes. Okay. Recently, I read one article. I believe I haven't taken it for your resources, just because it's like student-teacher article about homework, but I enjoyed reading it. Some revelations of novice teacher can be found there, and the research talked about that around 61-62% of students want marks. They want their points, they want their grades. And only 30 of them understand the purpose and do it for practice. Yeah? Yes, obviously. So you need to understand it's important for our students. They look for it. Yes. And please, don't exclude it, as today I will be showing you a book for adults. With adults, it's the same. They still in this system. The system is with us, and it's changing a bit. But I told you, today we're not demolishing the system. Today we are looking at reconstruction ideas, and we look how to improve it a bit, yeah, and how to adjust it to our needs. But it doesn't mean that we need to say, no, it's unimportant. They're important. And let's not kid ourselves that students do something, some activities not to receive better marks. Okay, thank you for answering it and being honest with me for it. So, thank you to Jana for sharing about students. It's necessary for them grades, but for adults practice. This most adults I've seen such thing. They previously been students who seen that grades are more important than practice, and it's very hard to convince them that practice it's something that they need to start as their goal for homework. That's why so many of them, this audience, they ask for no homework practice, no homework learning sessions, as they don't want to have grades, but they better ignore practice than deal with grades. That's why it's they don't get away from the principles of learning something and systems if we just grow up and go for another one. Oh, I hope not physical. Valentina, what about punishment? System need to include some punishment, yes, but I believe it's not the word punishment, but the purpose of reflection. We need to show the other students that they made a mistake, yeah, and give them opportunity to reflect. If not, guide to this reflection, but it's like it's soft power. Yeah, we don't look for really like punishing students, but several centuries ago it was much easier to teach people with just spanking them. Okay, ways to redesign homework, how to make it better, how to improve it. First of all, they need to recall how they learned something and how they did homework. A lot of practice, yes, a lot of tasks. But as we are progressing with learning, we see that quality is over quantity. So we look for quality of homework. That's why I propose to you not to ignore outcomes of your live sessions, to understand the strong points of your students. Don't just feel that if they can't repeat after you immediately, it means that they are very weak, and you need to give them more homework. It will just give them more stress. And also, it's disheartening to know that your teacher thinks that you're so weak that you need to do a lot of homework and learn. So what do you need to do? Take a look. They do okay, at least okay, yeah? And maybe give less there and more to precise skill. If you see the problem with writing, and sometimes if it's teenagers, if it's adults, it's writing mostly that goes for homework. But we discussed it, I believe, at previous session that we can combine activities, yes, like and make them a whole, listening and writing, speaking and reading. It can be combined. Imagine homework that your student need to read, summarize information, take notes, and explain it to another student. Yeah? And combining notes, it's a quick type how we can include mediation in our everyday style of teaching. So quality over quantity. Next one. If something is too boring right now for your students, maybe it's time to include something new. To try to take a look for new approaches and to add something new, or maybe just combine. As the best things, they are not complicated, they're simple. That's why what we try to do, we look for how to use what we already have. Open our books and take a look. Oh, it's a cool activity, but students done a lot. It just they know how to do it quickly, or maybe they're there to look for answers. But we can just add something to it, a bit, additional task or different execution, and it will be a new task for them. It gives them new perspective to challenge, and it will improve the execution of homework. Okay, next one. From grading to check-in, yeah, obviously, I don't need to speak a lot about the importance of feedback. All of us, no, feedback is good. Not giving feedback is not good. But only grading is not working. It's better to check. Now, please don't hit me hard, but I have such practice sometimes with my students. I open student book with all answers, show them and say, okay, quickly, 3 minutes, check in your homework. Look through the correct answers, and we will discuss the and why we've made mistakes and how to improve them. As I don't enjoy to check a lot of and grade a lot of homework, I prefer to discuss why there's problem. How to improve. Not every time it will be working. It's you need to know your students if it will be working or not. But it saves time a lot for students. Not a lot of stress of me taking a day their workbooks and just checking, and they need to expect something good or bad to come. No suspense here. We quickly check and we already have our answers and quick feedback. So. It saves time. Next one, you need to be honest about your system of homework. Obviously, to discuss purposes with your students, why we do it, yes? And then explain why you want something from your students. If you give marks, if you use our system, I had a teacher who told us for 12, only God knows so much. For 11th, I know so much. For 10, you can show me good results, good enough results to receive 10. But if you go deeper, if you do some research for your homework, and you show it during your lesson, 11 and 12 will be yours. So, setting priorities, setting frames. There, for what and there is good enough. There you can do better. How to expand it? How to expand your marks? We discussed. Grades are important. We just need to show there to go, and it will be helpful. It will be not just punishment if we give bad grade. It always will open a window for improvement if we honest about our system, how we do it, and also listen for your students. Ask them for feedback on your graded system. If you can make it better for them, if they have different needs, it's okay to include bits of it. Yeah. Listen for their request. Yeah. Oh, Victoria, please help Pani Inna. Yeah. Certificate will be tomorrow. So the link you can receive today, but certificate tomorrow. Next one, it's about completion strategies. I told you, modeling, and then you can include here the completion strategy. One of them is you can create new systems, how they do it. And this is my type, how I do with my students. I have this leisure to create study groups. I don't like that my students do some activities and a lot of activities individually. I prefer for them to work as a group. If they can work as a group, if they smart enough to figure out how to receive information and quickly do it together and even share answers, it's okay. They can do it. I always will expect them for during our live session asking why. Why? So there is no surprise. Yeah, my system of grading it's okay. You can receive your grade. It will be good enough. But if you can't answer my question why, you've done like that, you will receive 0. So no big surprise. So study groups can help. It helps you to structure your class, and also it provides system for homework. It's harder not to do homework if you're in study group. And also peer reflection. Yeah, if it's study groups not your type, you can use peer reflection. Ask your students to quickly revise homework together. Any type of homework system can be implemented. It's just that it provides your students with idea that they are included in doing it. They are not themselves. They are not doing it individually, not with their parents. And imagine it will be very embarrassing if your student needs to do homework and in a study group and needs to include parents in the study group. Yeah, everyone is doing themselves, discuss it, and then you take your parent and ask, please discuss it with my peers and do it instead of me, as I don't understand. No, it will be easier to discuss yourself in the study group and do it to your abilities. Not maybe the best version, but still it will be yours achievement. That's why I don't enjoy it. Yeah. Talking about parent like participation in doing homework. I believe there is no room for parents in doing homework. It's maybe too hard for students, and I need to do some adjustments. But if my students can't do homework, I will be introducing study groups or peer reflection, and it will be very hard for them to break my system for them to work individually if it's not just they at home with their parent and trying to cope with homework. Okay, so these ideas are really good, and I've picked up them from this book. It's called Rethinking Homework. I will leave you with a sample of this book, so you will be able to read a bit more about it and find more ideas about how to redesign, how to reconstruct homework, please. I told you that you need to pick up 1 or 2 ideas from it. And give me a moment. I told you about games. I don't know. Do you play games or no? But put pluses if you're playing games while I'm showing it here. Okay. Maybe you can recognize several. I've chosen the best known strategies. And if you want to learn from something, it's strategies. I'm talking about learn ones. This one is Assassin's Creed. Also, I've chosen like that. It's the Witcher. And this one is Zelda, Legend of the Zelda. You see, it's a map with all the markers. I wanted to emphasize that even our students then enjoy. It's the most enjoyable games to play for students. And they don't do homework, they play such games. But take a look how it's constructed. It's also with a lot of tasks, yes? It's also with a lot of questions you need to answer. You can learn it from games. We just need to set the right priorities. And you see, they are different. They're different tasks. They have different marks. And no matter what style you choose, a bit more or a lot of homework, it still will be working like that. If you propose different activities, it will be still interesting to do, yeah, to progress in learning, but you need to set a purpose. Like these games have some plot that push the gamer to go through them, but in our system, it's purpose that we will give us students. And also, maybe you know about this battle place taxonomy, why people play games. I want to emphasize to you this thing. You see, some of us want to achieve something like winning. Yeah, they do homework to win, to receive the grade. But there are other people, and we need to include their needs. First of all, it's people who want to deal with this world. They want to analyze it, to learn practice. Yes, it's people who are looking for practice. They have also people who are looking for secrets. They have a lot of needs. And also, there are people who are looking for communication. That's why I told you, study group. It's much interesting for communicators to do it together. I told you certificates will be after the webinar tomorrow. That's why, yes, yeah, online games, yeah, the different types. Okay, so there are collectors. They like to collect task plus task. Maybe great. They like to collect. Pay attention to your students and find in your class collectors. Who likes to collect? Cater to their needs. Maybe you have a bigger group of collectors in your classroom than winners. Yeah, people who want to see them progressing, see the leaderboard of your classroom. Or maybe use it. So if you have more competitive students, leaderboard can be helpful. It will be changing every time. Yeah. Provide secrets. I showed you how to use it. Send something and then show it, and even basic information will be looking much more interesting. And then have them to communicate with each other. Find friends. A lot of activities. This slide I will add for you to look at it and think about activities. Open your textbook, sit with it and think how you can cater to the needs of people who likes to collect, who likes to win, who likes secrets, and also who likes to communicate. You see different activities. Obviously, we have collaboration, our favorite activity with projects, yes? We have creative activities, higher register of learning intentions. Obviously, we can work here. And competition, a bit of competition can push your students, give new challenges to your students, add something to the task if it's boring for them, and it will be working. Or something like that. Collecting, voting, creating, rating something, reviewing. So, a lot of activities you can do with your students and give us homework. If you learn from games. Okay. Oh, stop. Before it, I want to show you a cool thing. Obviously, just give me a second. I will take you with myself. Okay, it should be like that. I don't know, maybe you know, maybe no, that we have a site. And here we have a platform. It's called the Spark platform. And I want you to follow me. Yeah, thank you, Victoria. You can use this link. Here we have all these other books. Primary books, also secondary, you see for adults. Today I will take you for adult book. I want to show you how it works. You can even try. Yeah, everything is here. So it's just a quick way how I go for platform myself. Just a habit of me going such road. You see, it's my cabinet. I want to show you how to work. I want to emphasize what I do with that. Obviously, I'm opening it. We will go for a book right now. Okay, I go to the book. And please type in the number, which unit to open. Which picture is speaking to you more? We have them 12, so the first one. Okay, 11. Obviously, we're going for student, not for student book, but for workbook. For student book, pre-tasks, yeah? Pre-class tasks we will be using. Okay, we will take what? Obviously, okay. We will go for vocabulary. I don't know, it just, I'm in plenty mood today. Okay, thank you. A lot of people who want to open 11, thank you. Interesting. It's downloaded right now, so it will take time, 1 or 2 seconds. So you see, I'm here, and I told you, please don't hit me for such idea, but I do it with my students. I show them pages of workbook. You see all these marks. Right now, I do some magic for you to see how they check homework together. Okay, please download. Okay, the magic. My small magic wanted solutions. I just show all the answers and I discuss it with my students. We discuss what ideas are behind it. We can listen and discuss. We can pay attention to what their needs, yeah? And then homework becomes a tool, as it should be, yeah? It's not the purpose that doing homework, it doesn't give a lot of stress if you do like that sometimes. It can be some new idea that you can take yourself and try. Or another type, if I still see that my students not ready to discuss and answer questions why, what I do? I open a task for them and we discuss how to make it. I told you modeling. Yeah. Okay, you told me 11, so I will stick to 11. I will take now communication. Second one, why not? It's showing me a task, and you see it's LMS system. We can learn from it how these tasks are made to be interesting. You see, first of all, steps. You see these dots at the end of the page. It's steps that my students would go through the tasks. And if you give the homework as a bits of information, like remind your students about strategy, yeah, communication skill, understand the different English. Then you give them receptive activity. You give them one more receptive activity and one more. Here we have a lot. Yeah. It's helpful, but the next task, if I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not, it will be recording the speaking. And like that, it will be working. We just show something, like a strategy. We emphasize how it's used and done by other people. Sometimes we even remind what we expect, yeah? We demystify our grading, what to include. And then we ask our students to produce the language, yes? So it's all the skill, receptive, productive, interactive, then we combine both. Yeah, and also mediation. We learned something, we analyzed it, we try to implement it and make it for other people to understand us using this information. So it will be working like that. But you see what ideas I want to emphasize for you. Steps, it's necessary. Speak about pace of doing homework with your students. As sometimes we just give a lot of work, but we don't talk about that it needs to be paced. And the best homeworks help us to do like that, to learn the pace of doing it. That's why strategies for homework, it's something that we need to include in our talk of autonomous learning. Okay, so the bits of platform. Then if you're interested, I will leave you demo account for you to play with it. But let's return to the presentation. So your certificate, one more time. Let's revise. Yeah, let's revise. Then it will be today, tomorrow, or next year. 3 options. So today, tomorrow, or next year. Please choose 1, 2, 3. Let's use it like that. Tomorrow. Okay. Oh, I learned something else that it's better than people write down in the chat than just put numbers. But I'm still always thinking, I would be too lazy to type in a lot of information. Okay. Thank you. Yes, obviously. Tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for listening to us and paying attention. We tried to make it better, but it's obviously takes some time to create your certificate. As you see, we have scheduling numbers. Right now we have 200 people, and I believe even more if I take a look at the number through the webinar been with us. So obviously it takes time. So in 2 working days max, but we will be making something tomorrow. Also, I need to emphasize that right now we are preparing for a new format of webinars. Maybe you already registered for it. We are preparing for online reading for primary school. So, Victoria, please give us a link to Facebook. I believe if you're interested, please come. You can also scan this QR code and join. I hope to see you there. As it's stressful, and I enjoy how you support us while we are giving you speeches. So please come and bring your students. We prepare an awesome certificate for students, very bright and cool. We will be just making a short reading, more like singing, about animals, about actions, and also about activities that we do together in the classroom. So it's a very general topic that we have from Imagine for Ukraine reading anthology, and we want to try to read together. So please come. Okay. If you need to find me anywhere, please come to Zaporizhia. No, please use my email or my phone, or you can find all this information on our site in GL Ukraine. But I strongly encourage you to do a favor for me, to go to our Facebook page and write several words about this webinar under its banner. For us to understand that it was interesting for you, or maybe you have ideas how to improve it. I personally would go there and like every of your comments, and that's why you see, I want other Facebook not just to be advertisement cycle. I hope it should be teachers community that we can discuss and then we can grow together. That's why please come. If you're more more inclined to do it on Telegram, please use it. So I believe I need to say thank you for coming today. Thank you for being strong teachers, and thank you for supporting linguists. I hope you feel that we are trying to support you too. And I wish you good evening today. And sometimes we say to primary school students, see you later, alligator. Yeah. So see you soon, and I hope some of you will be with us during our reading with Yana. See you. Bye-bye.